Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to this episode of Vike Vision. I'm Amy Trin.
And I'm Ashlyn Mooney.
Today we'll be looking behind the scenes at Parkview Cabinet and seeing how much effort goes into our school events. We have this story and more. Vike Vision starts now. Luis Bolanos and Audrey Talent provide us with more information about Parkview Book Buzz. This man talks about how the book buzz became a tradition at the View.
Book Buzz started a number of years ago by English teacher Barbara James, and she wanted to make an opportunity for some students from Evangel and some other people in the community to come in and talk with kids about the books that they were reading. Because then they get to see that their classmates and other people they've never met have read the same book, and their teachers and admins and the public librarians come in to talk about it. And it's just really fun. It gives them a little taste of what an actual book club is like.
Brianna gives us an insight about Book Buzz.
I just like being able to get together and discuss a book that everyone's read. I like the idea of seeing what other people interpreted out of certain things that have happened in the book, or like what they think it meant or what will happen. I like listening to that, getting ideas.
Fun fact, Book Buzz can get you out of your finals.
A good majority of English teachers always say, like, if you go to Book Buzz, you read this book, you do the report and all that, then you don't have to do whatever final they give you or any big project. I got out of a 100-point project I now don't have to do, so that's awesome.
Brianna explains how communication at the Book Buzz works.
Like, normally when a question is asked about the book, everyone like chimes in their own little things and we bounce ideas off of each other, what it can mean and stuff like that. So it's definitely fun, but it's a little awkward at the beginning because, of course, good majority of the time it's not always someone you know who reads the book. It's everyone from multiple different grades in one giant group trying to discuss a book.
Come join our Book Buzz family in spring.
Doing another round in February. Just read one of the gateway books that we're going to discuss. Your teachers will tell you what to do to get credit or to get some acknowledgement for participating in Book Buzz. Sign those lists, don't lose those passes, and come down and join us.
The Parkview basketball teams have made big strides from their last season and are looking to crush expectations this year.
The boys and girls basketball teams are as ambitious as ever to show what they're made of this season, with Coach Cornish hoping to lead the boys to another district championship and Coach Nichols rallying their talent for a championship of their own.
Obviously, we have a lot of expectations for our team and for what we got to do. And like Coach says, we have a big target on our back and everybody wants to play us and wants to beat us. So that's just the mentality going into the season. Just everybody wanting to beat us, so we have to come out hungrier and just play better than we did last year.
Yeah, I feel really confident. We've improved so much. Our chemistry is way better, and everyone has stepped up, so I feel like we'll work better together and win more games.
Winning districts last year and then having a lot of guys come back, we obviously have high expectations for our team, and then, that means that, a lot of people in the area do as well. And so, when you get to that point, a lot of people want to knock you off and be able to, to beat you and say that they beat the district champions. So we're really trying to work every day to make sure that we're putting in the work and living up to that so that we can, try to do that this year. Last year's kind of in the past, and now it's about this year and this group of guys and how hard we can work to, pave our own way and have some success this year.
We've really challenged ourselves, so people look at our record and think, oh, they're just right at 500, but we have really been preparing ourselves for districts. We love people to come out and cheer us on. We're fun to watch. We get up and down the floor and we play some defense, and we play a lot of close ball games, so we really encourage the students to come out and support us.
The senior leaders for both teams have stepped up and been able to make great results because of it.
Coming into this season, at first it was like all fun and games and stuff. It still is. It's still fun, but it's like more personal. It's business, because we want to win the games. We want to do stuff like last year we did something the team hasn't done in 28, 29 years. So now we want to do the same thing, except this time we want to do something that the team hasn't done in 30, 40 years. We're trying to be we're trying to start a legacy. We don't want to just sit here and do the same as we did last year. We don't become complacent. We want to do better than last year. We want to prove why we're the best. We want to do the best.
I think that senior year is going to be a great year. I feel like we have a lot of home games this year, and I feel like if we can get more and more people out there to watch us play, that we'll show them that we've been working hard and that we're going to do great things this year. And we're really focused on defense right now just because defense wins championships.
As long as they come together and do what they got to do, handle their business, it's going to go out just fine because they got the talent. They just need to come together as a team.
Playing sports is not without its struggles. Tyam Freeman, Missouri State Bears recruit, has suffered an ACL injury that will put him out for the rest of his senior season.
I feel like we've adapted very well after Tyam's injury. I feel like it kind of brought us closer together as a team, and it just made our bond stronger. Some will say he is our biggest leader on the team, but of course with this unfortunate injury, win or lose, no matter what, we're going to go in as a team and stay together.
Of course, it hurts any time that you have someone go down with a season-ending injury, but it just gives everybody else a chance to step up, and I have full confidence that our other boys will step up and each take a little bit of Tyam's role and work together as a team and be successful.
Yeah, I lay down anything for all of them. I put my heart on the court every night for them if I have to, just because those are my brothers, and again, we're warriors. It's an army. We stick together.
For everybody who doesn't know, basketball is not my favorite sport. I just like playing it because it is for the people who I care for. I play for them, like my mother and my family and them. But basketball just means a lot because I just like seeing my family happy for me, and I want to see them happy.
Be sure to make it out to the rest of the games our Vikings have this season. Reporting for Vike Vision, this has been James Robertson, signing off.
Well, for me, personally, it's following God's Word. I use the Bible as my foundation for how I live.
To be happy with what you're doing, to reach whatever you wanted to have done with your life.
Being surrounded by the people that you love and you also loving them, I think our good life, to no matter who you're talking to, is as long as they're surrounded by their community and their people, and they have those real human, authentic connections and friendships.
If I could teach the world one concept, it would be like how important it is to genuinely have love for yourself, and to just accept yourself for who you are.
Like, speak to people in the public and stuff, and don't be scared to talk to people.
I would teach the world to love each other and to look past the differences that you may have with somebody else, because it's just the stuff on the outside. We're all people.
To live a good life is to better than what you left it. I mean, when I was raised as a kid, I was always drilled into my head, when you leave something, leave it better than how you found it. So hopefully as you come into this world, you'll leave it better than how you found it.
Planning school events takes a lot of hard work. Today we'll be taking a look at the students who have accepted that challenge. From organizing assemblies to decorating Parkview for homecoming, the cabinet members are the hard workers who put it all together. Devin Rathbun and David Shogan tell us more about it.
Cabinet is a part of student council, and they kind of run all the dances and pretty much everything extracurricular that the school does.
I think cabinet's fun. It gets stressful sometimes, like during Boo at the View and homecoming week. Those were really intense weeks, like lots of stress on top of homework and other classes.
I enjoy cabinet. It's fun to get involved and make sure that everything's getting done, and organizing the dances, decorating, doing the blood drives. It's a good time.
The 13 members of Cabinet wouldn't be complete without the help of Cabinet teacher Mr. Edwards.
So one of the things that I like most about being the Cabinet sponsor here at Parkview is that I get to work with young leaders and help students who are already great leaders and help to develop them into even better leaders. And I just absolutely love to see them bring their passions and their skills and their talents into creating new things. Oftentimes they come up with new projects or new plans, and we get to see their excitement and other people's excitement as they join in on those. activities.
Edwards kind of controls everything and makes sure everything goes as planned, makes sure everybody's getting their job done on time, and he's really controlling and makes sure everything gets done.
Cabinet is more than just about the dances and assemblies. It teaches many lessons as well.
Cabinet is in charge of really overseeing 6 realms, so I'll share those real quickly. The realms are recreation, education, attitude, leadership, money, and service. So what Cabinet does is tries to come up with different events and other ways of supporting those realms. So supporting recreation here, doing things that are fun for the school to lift school spirits, and then to support education, to promote academics in the classroom, to try to raise the attitude of students with spirit weeks and things like that, to provide sound leadership over various aspects of our school's student body relations and all of that. The M of realms is to raise money for the school, to purchase things that are helpful in making the school a better place, whether that's sound equipment or whether that's signage for the school or other things like that. And then the S is service. So one of the things we do is lead the school in various community service efforts each year, including 3 blood drives and other aspects of community service.
If you're interested in Cabinet, here's how you can get involved.
At the end of the year, you have to go to Edwards' room and get a application, and you apply for it and get a bunch of signatures and recommendations, and you get elected to be on Cabinet.
I honestly did not think I would make it onto Cabinet, because once they put everyone in the room and they were like, if you want to join Cabinet, come to the room. I came there, and there were so many other people who were way more qualified than I am, but for some reason they picked me, and I was like, nice.
So one of the things that Cabinet really tries to do is hear the students' voices here at the school. And one of the things that this year's Cabinet has come up with is something called Vike Voices, which any student or staff member here at Parkview can go to bit.ly/Vike Voices, and then they can ask questions of us. They can make suggestions for spirit days or other suggestions for ways that Parkview can be a better place. And our Cabinet looks through those suggestions and comments and then incorporates that in their decision-making process. So if anybody has any questions for us or comments for us, please go to bit.ly/Vike Voices.
Reporting for Vike Vision, this is Renee Sanchez, Ashlyn Mooney, and Michael Porterfield.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Vike Vision. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at VikeVision. We'll see you next time.